Last week we were on the border. Here are 3 lessons from Laredo, Texas that we learned. So, number one, border crossers down there. There's 2,500 of them. Problems they face: the English language proficiency mandate, B-1 record keeping, and tariffs were the 3 takeaways that I had. I'm going to start with tariffs. We talked with some people hauling steel, probably a target-rich area for tariffs. And whether you're hauling steel or not, it's really the swings, right? You're going up and down as people try to get them in, orders in, customers try to order them before tariffs take into place, and then drop drastically. And you're trying to forecast and run consistency, how many drivers you need. Man, is that tough. And then hearing about customers using these carriers as banks, and so just stretching out cash flow, which is brutal when you're trying to make decisions about hiring and compliance. And so let's talk about the English language proficiency. I heard a carrier that's got about 100 drivers where 15 drivers went to the sidelines and said, yeah, no, I'm not going to deal with that, right? To give a lot of people credit, they went off and then worked on their English language. And what some of these carriers were doing was saying, it's a very bilingual, fluid zone down there. And so emphasizing English in the organization, whether it's dispatch, and it was starting at the top, right? They were making adjustments, no doubt about it. And then we have partners in Avatar Management Services and Driver Education Network. Shout out to them. Both of those organizations created English as a second language for truckers to help them be more comfortable in high stress situations, which is a roadside inspection. You may know your stuff. You may know a second language pretty well. But when you have an officer in there, I don't know, I speak English, I start sweating a little bit. And so that's really the game, is help them get comfortable with that scenario. Because if it's the first time you do it, you're nervous no matter what. Third is B-1 record keeping. And man, what a pain in the butt, right? You've got your license, you've got the expiration of the visa, but you got expiration date of the paper. And if you can't present that record at the right time at the border, we're seeing out of service violations. And it's because they change so regularly. Some carriers have printers in the vehicles. Others have screenshots and they're texting or putting on WhatsApp and be presented. And we heard things of like Wi-Fi wasn't loaded because the border is a high traffic area, no different than when you go to a sporting event and it doesn't load, you get the circle of death. Nega out of service violation, even though everything is up to date, you just couldn't present the paper at the right time. And so it's getting dinged on the insurance, but actually look at the accident rates. Turnover is incredibly low at these organizations, as is accident rates. And so from an insurance perspective, they're a really great risk. It's this record keeping stuff. And so that's where Driver Hub comes in, that we were learning, hey, does this apply? At the end of the day, it's a piece of paper with a date and a form that needs to be collected from a driver, which is what we do. And so that was frankly super interesting and encouraging, and a lot of empathy for them of trying to navigate some ups and downs of what a crazy ass year for them. And so with that was the 3 lessons from the border and how we think we might be able to help.